gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. My golly, and welcome to Buck Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Ragin Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long. So that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Getting some heat. Skips away from pressure. He'll let it go down the right side.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. And the returner will be brought down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Call to go up top. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking at football now.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Ragin Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. A shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple of weeks.
Trying to get to it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. That type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Wood. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rebels. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He'll keep it himself. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Hall will throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And the Ragin Cajuns are rolling down the field. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Takes the easy one to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense going.
Running toward the tape. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
It's complete. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
29 Philly.
Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Looking down the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Looking downfield, it's Wood. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give out of the gun. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Working that left side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Makes him talk to the hand. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Still running at the 40. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. The Ragin Cajuns want to pick up the tempo.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Hall to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Misfire on the 49-yard field goal attempt sets him up with pretty good field position at the 32. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it go. Makes a connection. A huge play, and they get it
success.
Looking to go up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got a man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right?
He'll take a shot. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Oh, and that's a missed opportunity for the offense. You get the matchup you want, you take the shot, the play's there to be made for a touchdown, and he drops it.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entire.
Open runway ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Ragin Cajuns want to move quickly. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. What's coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And the ball is picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
A quick pass to the left. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
To the air, it's Wood. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
42 Slider.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Okay, ready?
Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Out of the gun, the inside give. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off with this opportunity.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Paul will throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Coming after it. He's going to run it. Discards a man. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple.
Nothing but green ahead. At the 30. The 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajun. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 28 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit.
Can anyone catch it? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Prince. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or...
Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisiana has it back, in the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down.
He lost one down the sideline. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
That is no fun for that wide receiver, thinking you just ran all the way downfield for that. You're not out here trying to run gassers or get conditioning. You're trying to catch TDs. What's going on?
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Well, jet sweep pass. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Got it in the middle. It's Hubbard. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Ragin' Cajuns headed quickly to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. shotgun. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Looking for a man, it's Wood. Going up top. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only. But the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Got a man in the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Smashes it between the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Wood. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Ragin' Cajuns in the hurry-up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Ragin' Cajuns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. That's caught. It's Jones. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Jumped on top of the pile. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. So they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Running with power. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Rebels racing to the line in a hurry up. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there and might think about trying a different DB.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Using his legs to buy some time. It's caught. And what a job to get down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Ragin Cajuns look to do some damage in the red zone. Hall to go up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Got it, looking for a first. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for offense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down.
29 Philly.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. At the 45 on his way. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, I am a Showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Fair catch, called for and made. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
To the ground. He's got it again. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Ragin Cajuns moving quickly to the line. Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Hall will throw it. Quick strike complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after that completion.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Cajuns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Burks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Pats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
That's really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions.
He's loose down the left side. Let's just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hubbard. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Ragin' Cajuns will hustle to the line. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as well.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Hall to go up top. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing floated.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He'll just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Wells. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Ragin' Cajuns are marching down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? You just can't come up with the completion.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throws and fired complete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Ragin' Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Ragin' Cajuns are in the hurry up. Caught in the backfield. It's Manning. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Duke is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Blue Devils on the scoreboard. They're up 14 over Utah. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we've got to keep that clock moving.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Smashes through. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when